Hey, hey! Happy Thanksgiving. This is my first episode after Thanksgiving, so I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving, got to see friends and family. This episode is gonna be called Holidays Are Hard. Because this was actually my first holiday spent away from home. And so, we're in our feels a little bit about it. Not a lot, but I guess, well, technically maybe not my first holiday from home, but we'll get into it. So we're talking first holiday away from home, family gatherings. Are they fun or are they a chore? The best and worst of the holidays. And then we're going to talk about gift giving. Is it more stressful than fun? And maybe we'll even hit a little bit on your first holiday with someone special. Just because I've been with my partner for 4 years now. This is our fourth holiday spent together. And I've been talking lately with my roommate about this is kind of his first holiday that he spent with someone special. At least someone who's like actually pretty important and not just like, high school sweetheart, like girlfriend or whatever. So it just got me thinking about my first time going to someone else's holiday party. So we'll start with first holiday away from home. How am I feeling? If anyone else is listening and this is their first holiday away from home, or it's not their first and it's just like another holiday spent away from like home and family, you're not alone, because at least I am another person who was not with family on Thanksgiving, which kind of sucked. My mom asked me, she was like, how are you feeling like not being home for Thanksgiving? And I was like, actually not bad, just because Thanksgiving wasn't always like huge for us. I think I'll be more sad around Christmas time. But also, I mean, I won't get into it, but like my family Thanksgiving already looked different this year. Just because my grandma just passed and I don't know, things had just changed. Usually we do it at my house, but my mom didn't even end up hosting Thanksgiving this year. So everything was a little bit different. Which maybe this sounds shady, but it made me feel better that like they weren't just going on as normal without me, which is selfish to say. But they weren't like doing as much for Thanksgiving, so it didn't make me feel like left out. But Christmas, that one will make me really sad for sure. Hopefully I'll go home next year for holidays, but this year just wasn't feasible. I just moved out to LA in August, and like flights are really, really expensive, and we have dogs, so like you kind of have to make a plan for them too. So we just figured like let's kind of get our shit together this year, and we'll figure it out for next year. But unfortunately, this was not my first time missing, or this will not be my first time missing Christmas, because last year was my COVID Christmas of 2021. And that was pretty awful, which is why I already know I'll be pretty sad around Christmas time, is because, long story short, last year, Corbin's family like always just does like holidays usually early. Like I don't know why, they never do stuff on the day of, which worked out perfectly for us because my family always does stuff on the day of, so we're always able to go to all of them, which is great. Super convenient for us. So his Christmas party last year was like a week or two early. It was like pretty early to where like we were both in college still, but like we weren't even going to stay home. We were just going to go home for the weekend or whatever, and then go back up to school for another week and then come home to like my Christmas and stuff, which were only like 2.5 hours from home. And we were both working too, so. But we went to his family Christmas, and then someone had COVID. And Claiborne, if you're listening to this, I'm not mad at you. No, I'm just kidding. No, his sister ended up getting COVID, and she like let us all know that she tested positive, and I actually wasn't really feeling sick, and I am vaccinated, which was a good and a bad thing, because I was like, maybe I had a cough, but I thought, you know what, it's important to me to at least get tested before we go home and, see a bunch of more people. I'm not trying to be a super spreader, so I'm like, me and Corbin are like, whatever, we'll just go get tested. So we go get tested. I let my roommates know, hey, just so you know, I might have been exposed to this. They go get tested. That was just back in a time where everything was, it was kind of the first Christmas everyone was spending together after COVID. And so everyone was really prioritizing, like, you know what, just get tested before you go home. Like, just make it a habit, whatever. Just be safe if you're planning on seeing your grandparents or anyone, just a big group of people. And so everyone tested negative. except for me. And so all my roommates were packing their bags and hitting the hay. And I was super sad because I was like alone. So Corbin didn't get it. He's never gotten COVID when I get it, which I don't even know how. He's never actually even got it somehow. I'm losing my mind a little bit trying to like work out at home, watch a bunch of movies, like just trying to entertain myself because I didn't feel tired or crappy. And so Corbin came over a few times and he would like sit outside on the back deck and we'd like eat or something. But that was super sad. That was the first time after COVID, my like bigger family, like my more aunts and uncles got together after COVID had happened up in Michigan, and all my family was there because I have just like a huge family. My dad is like, 9 brothers and sisters, and they all have kids. So like we obviously don't see everyone like ever. Do we always see everyone? But that was the first time after COVID that like everyone, like even everyone from other states were like coming back. And of course I get COVID, so I couldn't go. But I did FaceTime them, which made me feel a lot better. But I was super sad during that time. I was like, this is really, really rough. Like, I've never felt that way. But I think it was a mixture of, one, not being with family on Christmas, but also being, like, very specifically alone. Like, not being able to go to the store, not seeing my boyfriend. Like, literally my only interaction was me and my dog. Like, which is what really sucked about it. But whatever. That's kind of why I knew, like, what to expect for this year. I was like, all right, I already know I'm going to be sad, because I was sad last year, but Corbin will be here with me, and my other roommate isn't going home for Christmas, so we'll have a little Christmas here, and we'll have our little stockings, which will be fun. So, but now that we're on the topic, talk about my other COVID experience, which is much better than that one, which we'll title it our little COVID party in college of 2020. Because that was the first time I ever got COVID before I was vaccinated. But me and my roommates all tested positive together. And that was when school was like all online and like everyone was taking it really seriously. So like if you needed to quarantine for 2 weeks, no questions asked, you're good. And so we just like were locked in our house for 2 weeks straight together. And we did the most random, weird things. And it was actually really fun because we were all stuck together. And we're just like ordering food delivered to the house. And like, that was actually fun. That one was like, a little COVID party in college because everyone was stuck with me. But then when I was alone, not so great. So yeah, but yeah, spending the holidays away from family is kind of tough. But I wanted to ask the question, is it a blessing or a curse? Just because I know, some people might be like, that actually sounds amazing. We've definitely felt that way before, just because the holidays can be a lot. They can be really stressful. And just like one thing after another, especially to Corbin's like parents are separated, and so we usually have like even more Christmases to go to because we have to go one side and the other side, which is kind of a blessing, honestly, because it's a lot of fun. Double the presents, double the parties, double the food, double the family gathering. So it is kind of fun, but it can also obviously be a lot because you have to coordinate and you have to plan. And me and Corbin are not from the same town. Luckily, we're only for like an hour apart because we met at school. Which is, we're both 2.5 hours from home. But when we met at school, our hometowns are somehow only an hour away from each other. So that was pretty convenient. But still nonetheless, it's like you want to like quote unquote relax for the holidays because you're on like winter break. But then you kind of just end up like running around like a chicken with your head cut off trying to like see everyone. Which has its pros and cons. But let's talk about gift giving, because this is also really new to me. Gift giving and not being in the same state as pretty much anyone I'm getting gifts for, except like my roommates and my boyfriend. And it's proving to be a little bit stressful. This is also like the worst off I've ever been financially, so that's probably why it's also pretty stressful. But it's also just like my favorite part of Christmas is wrapping presents. It's my favorite thing to do. I love wrapping presents. And honestly, I like when I buy my presents, I like stock them all up and I push them all together in a ball, and then I save them until I get like all the presents I have to get for that year, and then I wrap them all at once. So I do like a little event with myself, make a little coffee or hot chocolate, and I sit down, I play some music, and I just like wrap for like an hour straight, everything. Um, and I freaking love that. I love wrapping presents, but I don't really get to do that this year because it just doesn't make much sense. Obviously, everyone orders stuff online nowadays. And, with Amazon free shipping and whatever, it doesn't really make sense for me to ship anything to myself, get it, wrap it, and then ship it to someone else, especially, from financial reasons. Like, why would I get it to myself, wrap it, and then pay to ship it again, rather than just having it Amazon shipped or whatever, and then just doing the gift wrap or whatever. Or obviously, a lot of my presents are just going to my parents' house. So a lot of stuff I'm just shipping to my parents' house under my name and having my mom wrap them for me. Which is fun, obviously super nice of her, but I'm like, I just love wrapping presents. Like me and Corbin the other day just went to like a Marshall's or whatever just to get like some wrapping paper. And first of all, let me just say the Marshalls in California are way better than the one in Ohio. Like their wrapping stuff, crazy. Like so many wrapping paper, but also like so many different cute tags, so many different cute bows. They have all these different like ribbon selections. I've never even like seen ribbon at the TJ Maxx or Marshalls in Ohio, or at least not the ones that I go to. Like they had like 5-inch thick ribbon, 1-inch thick, like so many like options, like huge bows, a bunch of different boxes, like wrapping boxes. Like I have never seen such a big wrapping selection at Marshalls, and it was wonderful. So if you need some wrapping stuff, and they're all like pretty fairly priced, I will say. But yeah, I don't even get to wrap any of these gifts. I mean, I guess I get to wrap Corbin's and like my roommates and stuff. And one of my friends, I think my best friend is coming in like January or February, so I'm probably just gonna keep her stuff and wrap it here for when she comes. But yeah, that really robbed me of a lot of fun. So my favorite gift wrapping memory though is I was gonna say first. Okay, hold on. So first holiday spent with someone special is what I was gonna talk about, but it reminded me of wrapping presents because I'm pretty sure this was like might have been my first or second Christmas spent at Corbin's family, which obviously your first holiday with someone special is a super big deal, and it's super like fun and exciting, but also like a little bit stressful and a little bit anxious because you're not fully comfortable yet with like what's allowed. And like the first time, obviously Corbin and I stayed together, we were still pretty young. We were freshmen in college. It was the first time that we went to each other's Christmases and stuff. And so, obviously it's like, like who has strict parents? Or are they going to like think it's weird if you sleep in the same bed or whatever? Obviously it's super nice now because, we're 4 years in, it's pretty comfortable and like, just kind of like normal. But I'm pretty sure my first or second holiday spent with them. So long story short, Corbin's mom goes all out for Christmas. Like spends an insane amount of money and gets so many presents, like in the best way possible. I love it because my family is not like this. So many presents. And this is before COVID. So like everyone's coming home. They don't have as big of a family as I do either. So like she gets a ton of stuff for everyone. Like grandparents get gifts. Like I have a huge family, so like I don't always get like gifts from my grandparents and stuff just because like there's a million grandkids. Not a million, but like honestly probably 60 is my guess. I don't even, give or take. So obviously like that doesn't make any sense. So there's so many presents. Like she gets everyone so much stuff. Like my first Christmas there, I was shocked. Like she got me so much amazing stuff, so much fun. Like it was so like just like every single time someone was like, oh, like this like presents for Amber, I was like, holy shit, I'm not done yet. Like, oh my god, it was amazing. I was so spoiled. But my favorite was when we came like in college freshman year. We didn't like have as much to do, so we would just like kind of go home for like a month rather than now we only go home for like a week or whatever. But so we're home for like a long ass time. And so his mom is like wrapping presents. And obviously I'm like, oh, yeah, let me help you wrap some presents. And so she's got this whole station. She does the same thing with presents. She's got 10 different wrapping papers, all different ribbons, bows, like the nice tags that are like. So my parents don't like spend money on stuff like that. Like they're just like frugal people and like they're not necessarily boring, but like they just like if it's not like a necessity or like quality doesn't necessarily matter, like they just don't care about like how cute their presents look. They'll just get like a regular wrap paper, which there's nothing wrong with that. But obviously, I always love a nice, cute wrapping paper that matches the bows and matches the tags, and it's got the nice tags that hang off of the presents. Like, I love all that. And so Corbin's mom just had everything. And she's like, here, yeah, like I'll just divide she's got her kitchen table's full of presents, like stacked high. It's a big kitchen table, stacked full. She's like, yeah, I'll just start sorting them and dividing them between like who they're for. I'll just put a sticky note on it to who it's to, and like you can just wrap it. We had this little assembly line going. She's sorting, she's giving me, and I'm just wrapping all these presents. I was actually probably wrapping for like hours, like honestly, probably over 2 hours. But it was so much fun because I love wrapping presents, and like, oh, it was amazing. And she's so like prepared. Like anything that's like weird shaped, she already has the box for it. She already has like the plan. Everything is like a square, or she's got like the bags. Like, just, it was amazing. And I had so much fun because that is something that's nice about going home, is that you get to reap the benefits of people who have more money than you, and you don't have to pay for anything. So I don't have to pay for any wrapping supplies, but I got to wrap everything, and I got to just do whatever. I was just telling Corbin, I was like, that is something that's nice about going home, is like, you don't have to worry about groceries, you don't have to worry about eating. I'm like, you can just go and just do whatever, and your parents will get it, or at least mine do. So that's kind of what sucks about not going home, is not getting to just do like fun stuff like that. But that is kind of what sucks about being out here and not being in the same state as everyone, is I just ship everything, which also makes me feel like, okay, is the most cost-effective option for gift giving to just go online and ship it. Like, even if I find something here in person, say I find something especially that's like, you know, Los Angeles shirt or something, like, does it not even make sense to buy something even if I pick something out and I like found it for someone? Should I just go order it instead? Like, never had this problem before, but I do hate having to ship everything. That is not fun. But also nowadays everyone is so hooked on Amazon. Not even hooked, but like, it's just like it really is the most like easiest and efficient option. So like I don't want to shop Amazon for everything, because I realize like it's not a great company, like, you know, morals, whatever. I used to work in an Amazon factory, so like I get it. You know, I'm not trying to put more money in Jeff Bezos' pocket. But like on the other side, like I do understand, like I said, like I have a huge family on my dad's side, and like we do a gift exchange, and like it's like a secret Santa, and so I have to give them like a list of things that I want. And it's like, well, I don't want to make things difficult on them, because so I just like made together like an Amazon list for them, because I was like, I know that their easiest option, where whoever's gonna get me for this, is gonna be to buy something on Amazon, pay the $3 extra for the gift wrap, and have it be more, you know, and then it'll come on time, because everything, you know, comes relatively quickly from Amazon, rather than like I've really wanted, there's this girl on Instagram, she's like an influencer, she's like a fitness influencer. Her name's Christina Capron, that I really like. I've followed her for a long time, all through college. She has a fitness app, and I've just like followed her for a long time. I like her, I like her content. I like her vibe. She doesn't really put out there like negative workout posts, such as like, I don't want to say negative, but like she doesn't try to like healthy everything, or like talk about like getting like trying to get skinny. Like, she just has like, honestly, just a pretty like neutral, I would say. I wouldn't say it's like overly like self-love fitness either, but it's just like nice. Like, she has like workout videos, and just like, honestly, it was a really good page for me for like just getting started and working out. Just to like give you ideas for like a leg day workout kind of thing. But anyways, I've always really liked her, and I liked her workouts, and she has her own brand of some workout gear. So like some like bands and some cable attachments and some ankle straps, and they're like cute too, which I really like about them, because a lot of fitness stuff is like boring, or it's like geared toward guys, or it's just like all black and like neutral. But her like little workout bands are like cheetah print, or her ankle straps also match the workout band, which are like, she has like cheetah print, polka dot, and just like black and white, like just like cute workout stuff. And I don't know, I like that, because like there's not often you find like workout bands that are like, I don't know, actually cute and not just like one solid weird color. And they're actually a pretty fair price too. So I've had those on my Christmas list honestly since last year. I genuinely think no one's got them for me because she's just like a small business, and Amazon or even just like bigger brands are just like easier and more convenient. And say you order something from Nike and it comes in the wrong size, you can go right back in the store same day and probably get another one, or you can have it shipped. And with a local or like a smaller business, because like I said, that's kind of all she has on her brand. She doesn't really have she probably only has like 12 products. And so it's like I feel like people have seen this on my list and they've just been like, oh, we don't know when it's going to come. I would have had to order that earlier. Or maybe people just wait till last minute like I do, because I'll be real. Sometimes I don't be ordering shit till fucking December 20th, and that's okay. But when you do Amazon, you can do it that way, and chances are it's still going to come in on time, where like when you're ordering from like a smaller business or like a creator, like it's just not as like guaranteed, and like shipment might take longer because it's probably just a one-man band. It's probably honestly just them at home like packaging and stuff, which I'm sure if you ordered like early enough it would be fine, but I feel like that's what's deterred people from getting me stuff like that. Which honestly at this point I should probably just buy it for myself because they're really not even that expensive. But they're just like, they're one of those things that like I've always wanted, but I never felt like I needed, so that's why I never bought it, and I just put it on like a holiday list. But Amazon, they just have a freaking like gorilla grip, I feel like, on everything, but especially like the holidays. And it's like understanding, because like I'm trying to be convenient for people too, especially now that we specifically live across the country from everyone who's getting us presents. It's like I want to make their lives easier too. Like I know that they have to ship us stuff. So it's like I want to like, I know free shipping is on Amazon and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a lose-lose on that. But gift giving, is it more stressful than fun? My answer is no. Just because I really like buying presents for people. We just went to Marshall's last night to get a few gifts. Me and Corbin did. Of course, we separate in the store, come back to each other, and he has like 10 things for himself. But I don't shop that way. I really like shopping for other people, and I like picking things out and being like, oh, I think they might like this. I really like, some people might not agree, but I really like getting things for people that's not on their list, because I just like picking something out for someone that made me think of them. And I also really love getting gifts like that. Like I love it when someone's like while I'm opening, they're like, I'm not sure if you'll like it. I saw it and I thought of you. And it's the color you like, but I wasn't sure. And I'm like, that is my favorite. Like, that's just my favorite type of gifts, because like, I don't know. I don't like knowing what I'm getting before I get it, because I love surprises. But also I like the idea, like I don't like the idea of gift giving just because you're supposed to. Like, oh, it's Christmas and so I have to get you a present, so tell me what to get you so that I can do this thing and then I can say that I did it. Like, it's like, why even give gifts then, I guess? When it's like, I like the idea of thinking like, oh, like it's the gift giving time, and I saw this and I thought of you, and I wanted you to have it. And that's kind of like, that's the Christmas spirit, Okay, this isn't a Hallmark movie. But for real, like, and a lot of what my favorite part about that is that sometimes people get me gifts, clothes, or shoes, or maybe like an accessory that I know if I saw that in a store, I would have probably not picked it out for myself. But sometimes then in my closet, it becomes like a staple piece. Like Caroline's sister, she had got me these these Michael Kors shoes, and they had little pink stripes on them, and they were snake print. So cute. And I knew when I opened them, I was like, I would have never picked these out for myself, because usually I don't pick like a ton of color or pattern. But lo and behold, I was working at that architect firm at that time, and I was wearing those shoes like freaking 4 times a week. Like, I love those shoes. They became like a really big part of my closet. And that's another big thing that I love about gift giving without a list, is that it'll like spice up my own style, Like, I love the idea of having something in my closet that I wouldn't have necessarily picked out otherwise, because it keeps me on my toes, keeps my style interesting, keeps me spicing it up a little bit. And that's what I love. And I try to do that for other people too. Obviously, that can be very stressful though. And I do understand that, which is why usually when I'm giving someone a list, I try to give direct links, with the understanding that, like, if you don't get this exact one, it's fine. Like, I'll give like a link of like 3 jackets that are all pretty similar. If you buy me one that isn't those exact ones, it's fine. I just like that style or whatever. But I also do understand some people don't like shopping. Like, they just find it kind of stressful, and then maybe they just don't really enjoy it, which is fair. 100% fair, especially with how stressful the holidays are. Sometimes I'm like, just get the frickin' direct link and go. Like, I waited too long on this. There's no time to be special and nice. Like, just frickin' order that shit and let's go. But I like the option. I like to try to do that for other people, which is why I've been trying to shop early. Like, I tried even before Thanksgiving to get started on Christmas. For budgeting purposes, but also so that I could like hopefully have like a little bit more like meaningful gifts, or just stuff that, like, I don't know. Like me and my best friend, Cassie, we like, I don't think we've ever given each other a list. We've never told each other something that we really wanted. Maybe sometimes we've like asked, like maybe sometimes we've been like, what do you want? But like if I were to ask her what she wants, she'd be like, she would just say like the general idea. She wouldn't say like anything exact. She'd be like, oh, like maybe going out shirts, or maybe like jeans, or like a pair of like thrifted whatever. Which is fun because it just makes, shopping is fun. I like shopping for other people. But for 2, like, yeah, we just always get each other shit that we thought each other would like, or we just like saw in Marshalls, or like saw and made us think of each other. And I like that so much more because, like, I don't know, the gifts are just better, And it's always like spiced up my closet. Like, even just, I think last year, I don't know if this was my birthday or Christmas, but she got me this like light blue, like baby blue sweatshirt. And it's like huge. It's like oversized. It might even be like a large or something. I don't know. But actually, that is something I would pick out for myself. But I really like it, and it is what it is. And I'm not like a huge baby blue kind of person, but that sweatshirt, staple item in my closet. I wear it all the time. And it's huge, which I love, because then I can layer it on top of stuff, or I can just like have a nice oversized look and not have to, whatever. I just love it. And so that is my favorite Christmas gift giving spirit. Me and my boyfriend are actually the same way. Corbin and I don't think ever usually give each other lists. Actually, though, pro relationship tip, if you cannot think of what to get each other for Christmas, you should do this. This is what Corbin and I did last year for Christmas, and I don't know what was going on last year, but we were really bad at Christmas last year. Like, absolutely waited till at least December 15th to buy the first present for anyone. We just did not have our shit together. But we were in college at the time too, and trying to, like, I don't know, graduate and stuff. So, but anyways, we were very slack-a-lacking, and I think, like, when we're trying to get things for other people, we kind of put each other on the back burner, because we're like, whatever, we'll figure each other out later. Let's just, like, get everyone else's presents first so we don't look bad, and then whatever. So around Christmas, like, it's like a week before Christmas, I'm like, I can't think of anything to get you. He's like, me neither. Like, and like I said, we never do lists for each other. We usually try to, like, not necessarily make it special, but we try to just, like, pick things out for each other that we think each other would like, or maybe something that the other one said they wanted, like, a while ago and probably forgot about by now, or whatever. Or maybe even, like, make something. I know make something sounds ridiculous. He's like a woodworker, Bob the Builder type. So he's, like, made me, like, a vanity and all that kind of stuff. So that is obviously always a nice gift too. But we were like, you know what? Let's do a date for our Christmas gift to each other. We will go, this is when we were living in Kent, we were going to school. So we're like, we'll go to Cleveland, we'll go to a mall, and we're going to go shopping. And we're going to set a budget for each other, and we're just going to go shopping together, and whatever the other one wants, the other one will buy them within the budget. So, like, I think we set the budget like $100, and we went to the mall, and basically, like, anything that I found that I wanted for Christmas, he bought for me, and whatever he found that he wanted, I bought for him within the budget. Now, we are not great budgeters, because I picked out something for like $50. He's picked out something for like $50. And then we were still shopping, and I found these shoes, these boots that I just needed to have. They're like the from last season. They're the, what are they? They're some like Gucci, dupe. They're like a Gucci dupe of, they're just like black boots with like the beads are on the side. What the fuck is a real brand? I can't think of it. Steve Madden. They're Steve Madden's. They're Steve Madden's a Gucci dupe, and they're so cute. I'm in love with them, and they're $100 and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I need these boots. And I had been crying about them for a while. So he's like, all right, yeah, I'll get them for you, whatever. Then he finds those, I don't know if you remember last year, those like Ugg boots for men that were like shorter. So he finds those. He's like, I want them, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right. So we were bad, and we did go well over budget. But it was a lot of fun. We just kind of spent the whole day shopping, which we don't always do that. We actually never do that because we never really go shopping. We're in college. We're poor. But it was so much fun. And then we went to dinner afterwards. We just spent the whole day shopping, going to the mall, looking at stuff, and then had a nice dinner. And it was honestly a really good Christmas present. Like, I was unsure how I was going to feel about this because usually I'm the one who's like, oh, Christmas is special. We need to get each other, blah, blah, blah. But it was actually so much fun. Like, it was a really good date idea. And for two people in college who didn't have a lot of money to spend, so like, again, like, we don't always go shopping. We don't usually have extra money to be buying ourselves the shoes that we want or whatever. It was really fun. And it was just fun to pretend that I said I wanted something and he bought it for me. Like, like a married couple would probably, a wife would be like, oh, I like these shoes, and the husband goes and like buys them for him. But like, we're not in a financial position to like do that all the time or every weekend. But it was fun for the day to just, to just be fun and do stuff like that. So, very good idea for your partner. If you guys cannot think of anything, that is my holiday hack. But other than that, that is my holiday episode. So yeah, if you're alone for the holidays, no shame, no stress. I felt a little like embarrassed to say that for some reason. I don't know why. I was like, that's embarrassing to be alone for the holidays, but like, it's really not. So if you're feeling embarrassed, please do not feel embarrassed. You're not alone. You are at least with me, who is also alone for the holidays. And it sucks to be away from family, but there's always FaceTime. There's always Zoom. Actually, during my COVID Christmas of 2021, me and my family got on Zoom and played like Zoom games together. So like, we're like on Zoom so we can like see each other, and then we played like online games together. So that was kind of fun. So maybe we'll do that again this year. But yeah, other than that, I hope everyone has a really good Christmas. I hope you start doing your Christmas shopping. I hope you make your Christmas budget and you stick to it, because that is my goal. But yeah, other than that, I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving and have a good week. Thanks again for joining me on this episode of Shit's Hard. I'm your host, Amber, and I'll see you on the next one.